My name is Danielle Graber. I'm a clinical psychologist and I'm the director of 12 Points Psychology and 12 Points Training, which includes SPARKS, the holistic approach to therapist wellbeing, and running monthly group supervision sessions here with the lovely Tania and quarterly workshops. All of our professional development stuff is designed to be clinical in nature and help you with, your clinical caseloads, clinical tools, resources, that type of thing, but to also talk about and encompass the personal development and the personal side of being a therapist. Some of our most popular sessions have been along the lines of, I think one of them we called what you can't tell your friends about being a therapist or something like that. We want to encourage and have a chance for the human side of the therapist to come out as well and deal with whatever might be going on for them, not in a therapy session kind of way, but in terms of looking after the professional side of that, but also the personal side, the therapist side, because if the therapeutic relationship is the most important factor in terms of client outcomes, which we know it is, then we need to look at both sides of the therapeutic relationship in order for that to be working at its best. So I suppose a little bit about me professionally. Like I said, ClinPsych, I've been a board-approved supervisor for 8 years. I can't remember actually, a while. And I've got a background, I've worked for all sorts of places. I'm a late identified ADHD and my CV reflects that. So I've done community organisations and not-for-profits. I've worked in hospitals. I've worked in adult mental health. I've worked in adolescent foster care. I've worked in IVF and mental health research, all of that kind of thing. The last 9 years, I've been running 12 Points Psychology, which is a small private practice in Ferntree Gully, and doing these online trainings for therapists, because I think we need to be looking after ourselves a bit better after, of course, learning that the hard way and burning myself out completely. Personally, and I suppose personally and professionally, I'm an animal-assisted therapist. So I work mainly with dogs, but I've also worked with our cat, a bearded dragon, an axolotl, a whole bunch of fish. I did do training with horses and goats at one point, but cannot talk my husband into getting them. So for now, that's us. And I suppose the animal-assisted stuff in particular informs a lot of my formulation around attachment-based work. I am still learning myself a lot about the neurodivergence and how that works, but I definitely try to come from a place of trauma-informed and neuroaffirming practice. And my main modalities these days would probably be schema therapy and attachment-informed EMDR, plus the animal-assisted therapy. So, yeah, I think that's all of the bits about me. And now I will hand over to Tania so she can introduce herself to you as well.
Thank you, Danielle. Thanks for that. So I'm Tania Zapparoni, and I'm a counselling psychologist and a family therapist, and I'm now officially late career. So I've been working for 30 years as a psychologist, and like Danielle, have had a varied career in community health, community organisations, drug and alcohol services, not-for-profit organisations, educational, unis, schools, and private practice. And I have now, at this point, after lots of burns out recoveries, found that the best way to do things is a balance of seeing clients and doing supervision. And I really value supervision because I've had some great supervision myself, and I want to be able to support people through their journey, and to be able to do that is very gratifying for me. It's a very changing space that we are working in, and I guess the key philosophical point for me is to do something that's helpful. And the modalities that I find most helpful are individual modalities that promote compassion and acceptance, and systemic modalities that widen the way we see the world. It is really a relational approach. I mean, that's a bit, instead of saying I do this and do that, because sometimes I do bits and pieces. And that's me as well, I think.
Beautiful. Thank you.